Alright, let's take a look at our lesson 3-1, which is titled Ordered Pairs. Our objective today is going to be to write solutions of equations in two variables as ordered pairs. Now, you guys have all worked with ordered pairs before, except you're used to seeing them like on a coordinate grid. You know, maybe like 2, 3. Okay, and we all hopefully remember that it's x before y and y to the sky, or you have to run before you can jump, or whatever, crawl before you jump, or whatever it is you say to help you remember. You go left and right first, then up and down on your coordinate system, your coordinate plane. So let's take a look at our examples. Now, our first slide here is an example that shows you how to work these. It says determine whether each ordered pair is a solution of y equals 4x minus 1. Now, what this is saying is it wants to know if this 3 and 11 right here, if when we plug those into that equation, if it's going to be correct. Okay? Now, and if you remember, just like I said, it's our x comes first, followed by our y in our parentheses. And that's how we're going to have to substitute those into my equation. Okay? Every time I see the x, I'm going to have to substitute that value in there for x, which in this one is actually 3. And when I see that y, I'm going to have to substitute that in for my answer right here, actually. Okay, so instead of this being y equals 4x minus 1, we're going to substitute this 3 and 11 in here. Well, we know that the 11 is my y and the x is my 3. So I'm going to substitute those values in there. The y is my 11, the 3 is my x, then I'm going to solve it. 4 times 3 equals 12 minus 1 equals 11. So, since 11 equals 11, I know that that is a solution. Okay? That's what our answer is going to look like. Kind of almost like a yes or no type answer. Alright, let's take a look at our next one. Alright, this one wants us to actually solve it this time. Okay, so again, remember, it's your x followed by your y. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to substitute our values in there. Okay, for our y, I'm going to go ahead and substitute 38 in there, because that's what my y value is up there. Right there, that's my y value. And then I'm going to set that equals to 5 x, which our x is 7, so I'm going to have to put my 7 in here, plus 3. Okay, now I can go ahead and solve that. Okay, so I know 38, obviously that's going to stay 38, equals 5 times 7 is 35, plus 3, well, 35 plus 3 is 38, so 38 equals 38. So that one is a solution. So your answer might be yes, it is a solution. Okay, something like that. It's that simple. And if you plug these values into this equation and it ends up not matching, like let's say this was 43 over here instead of 38, obviously 38 doesn't equal 43, so your answer would be like, no, it is not a solution. Fairly simple. Alright, let's take a look at our next one. Alright, in our next one we're actually going to be forming a table using the values that it gives me for y up here. Okay, we notice that actually we're trying to find our y, I guess. Okay, and it gives us these x values right here. Look, it says x equals 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to take my table right here, and instead of rewriting this equation right here with this x right here, I'm going to rewrite it with one of my numbers from up here. Okay. For example, on this first line right here, I'm simply going to substitute my x value for 1, so it'll be 1 plus 3, and that's going to equal my y. is going to equal my y right here? Well, 1 plus 3 is 4. So over here, I already knew what my x value was. It gave that to me. And my y value, I just figured that out, was 4. Okay, so let's take a look at the second row, number 2. Okay, we're going to substitute the 2 in for my x, so we're going to have 2 plus 3, which is 5. We already know the x, that was 2. It gives that to us right here. So I know that my y is going to be 5. Alright, so let's take a look at the next one, which our x value is 3, so it's going to be 3 plus 3 equals 6. So my x is 3, my y is 6. And the last one right here is going to be 4 plus 3, which gives us 7, so my y is going to be 7. Alright, easy enough. That's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. I think you'll do well on your assignment for this one, because this is a fairly simple activity. It's a building block for our upcoming lessons, which will be a little bit more difficult, but this one I think you should do well on. Good luck.